Hi, English recaps here. Today I'm going to explain German thriller movies. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. Capturing Stella start with two men on solving things. In any case, they are purchasing the things that would make anybody dubious of them. They start by covering the dividends of rooms with soundproofings. They bolt every one of the windows and set up the bed and for their casualty. They have made a thoroughly examined object rooms and the arrangement they have composed is comparably exact. Before long we see them snatching a lady from the road and they carry her to rooms and start their methodology. They put on something else, take her photos and let her family on in that she has been taken in the meantime and the lady has begun complaining and exit from this issue. What would she be able to use for her potentialness to sit tight for one of them commit an error, like some other wrongdoings in capturing as well. A large portion of the times and the culprit is somebody near the person in question. Estella ends up in a comparable conditions in a statue endeavor to free herself. She prevails with regards to pullings of the covers of one of her ruffians and is stoned. To understand that it is Tom's, how was their relationship, and how did it turn sour? What had occurred between them, what was terrible that it caused Tom to steal her and damage her so? The story resembled these Tom and Stella had been infatuated. They had a place with totally various universes. Stella came from a rich family along Angostura. She had all Tom dance against doesn't appear to be so well, not exactly right. Everything we can say about him from the pieces and pieces given in the film is that he probably had a troublesome adolescence. Best guess scenario we would say that he comes from a working classes family. However, at that point, Stella makes reference to his uncleared afternoon companions, assuming she needed to take a bath. The environmental factors is that Levi got him some sort of companions, and afterward he met Stella. One second thought, the romantic tale could be undoubtedly becomes fit, and the fact that Stella was infatuated with Tom, she didn't support his love-breaking history. She needed to him to improve, so we can conjugate that this is more likely than not made than drop after it had due to Domst. Was this explanation that the battle to such an extent? Is that justification for why our dad would rather not pay the pay of the initial times? Did you imagine that it is a little girl she planted with some unexpectable guru and the seizings could be forced and blackmails cash from him? In any case, regardless of telling her that he will stop, Tom tried to proceed and with the bad behaviors which landed him in jails. He felt that since Stella was so rich, she would assist him with the getting out. She could converse with her dad to get him a legal counselor or some alternate way that could get him out of jail times. Yet no such things occurred eventually when Stella found that Tom had been gotten. She understood that she was never going to stay. Life was learned with regards to her pregnancy with made her for the fat of the youngest Tom's skins and their lives appeared to be harmful, and she chose it stood away from him in the terms in the event that not her assistance that at that point. Tom had been sitting tight for a letter or calls at any rate. At that point, when no such things came, she trapped that Stella had deserved him. She was simply one more rich young lady who didn't appreciate him. He felt sold out and he is transferred into a touch of distance, which is the reason Swan Weeks got some information about an appropriate content for seizings. He chipped in Stella. It wasn't only for his cash, it was a rebuff for his test teams. Tom is a youngster, he is in his late 20s and has now spent times in jails, and that implies he isn't super great at whatever frivolous violations he's enjoyed in the seizings. He is taking cues from Weeks. It is Weeks' arrangement. Tom is simply following along. In addition to the fact that he is not knowledgeable about this, however, he additionally allows his feelings to outwit him, which is that Weeks cautions him against constantly assuming that they are such various individuals. What united them, so what makes an expert? Weeks accomplished up with and Evans movies do everything that is he said. Jail is anything but simple, is particularly for somebody who is Theo. In test playing weeks had wins as now and there's no and now or stop. He probably wins there's a long while which permitted him to contemplate throughout the flowing things. He didn't sell all actuality due to the wake-ups getting out. It gave him an opportunity to create the idiot abductions. He has all that idea out everything to the detail. Presently, he simply needs somebody he can trust to the point of fooling it off with. For clear reasons, he can't believe the individual previously spending time in sales. At the point when he sees Tom sees a fresh start, still youthful and not in jails for really long times. He has not yet a serious or genuine undergoings, henceforth and CEOs would be able to produce that. The others additionally to tourism studios. Delivery should cover and they have not gotten away from sales since we don't see them attempting to stay away. Impeccable arrangement capturing while the police are at searching for you. Would not be attainable. This implies that they have finished their sentences and are free men.